You're with us here on our Ask Udayan segment. As always, the show where we answer your questions on stocks. I'm Abha Bakaya. With me, our global business editor, Udayan Mukherjee. The Indian stock market trading at its all-time highs, and investors sometimes not sure whether they should stay invested or exit and book profits in their portfolio. What are the best investment strategies at a time like this? We take you through some of those answers and, of course, all your stock-specific queries as well. Do write in to the number on your screen every Wednesday, and we'll continue to answer those questions weekly. Let's begin and take some of our viewer queries now. Our first question today is from Rahul Kumar in Ghaziabad, and he has a query from the broader market. So let's listen in.
Good evening, sir. I want to purchase Exide Industry for minimum 5 years and minimum quantity 500. So what is your opinion?
Well, I've never been a great fan of Exide. I know it sounds on paper like a great investment opportunity because it has such a dominant share in the car batteries market. But over a period of time, and if you look at the last 5 or 6 years, its sales and profits have grown at no more than 6 to 8%. Now, of course, we have to admit that the auto sector per se has had a lean run, and therefore auto components and battery makers have also struggled. But its long-term return on equity profile is no more than 12–13%, which is not really the stuff which generates great wealth in the long term, since your question is on the long term. Also, if you look at relative performance, Amara Raja Battery seems to be growing faster than Exide for the last many years, and therefore the Exide stock has actually not done anything. It's just been stuck in a range for the longest time for the last 3 or 4 years. Now, they've made a significant decision by selling their life insurance subsidiary to HDFC Life, and that's a good move. But I don't see Exide actually delivering great returns in the longer term as well. Sure, because there is a revival in the auto sector now, it can go back to 225, 230. But if you're asking whether this is the stock to pick in auto components which will give you great returns in the long term, I think that you might actually have better stocks to pick from.
Okay, Mandeep from Ranchi has a question as well. This one's on Axis Bank. Let's hear him out.
Hi Udayan, my question to you is about Axis Bank. Should I buy it at the current levels or wait?
Well, Axis is a good bank. I mean, it's one of the top 3 or top 4 private sector banks worth investing in. So there's no problem with Axis Bank as such. And the sector and Axis Bank as a stock has actually been fairly range bound, and it's not outperformed the market. So if there is a strong comeback in the banking space, then I think Axis Bank will perform. But I don't see Axis Bank outperforming the Bank Nifty, if I were to put it like that. I think it will do pretty much the same as what the Bank Nifty does in the foreseeable future. So you could as well buy the index if you want to buy Axis Bank. But if you had to choose, I would say that ICICI Bank, for the same kind of valuation, probably is in a better space than Axis Bank. It seems like a more dynamic management. Even the business mix is good. So if I were to choose between ICICI and Axis, I would say ICICI probably has a little bit of an upper hand. Also, you need to keep an eye on valuations, because Axis Bank trades at about 2 times price to book. You could get State Bank of India at just about 1 time price to book. And SBI has also cleaned up its balance sheet quite a bit. So if from a valuation point of view, if you were to pay value, then I think SBI is probably in a better position than Axis Bank. And within private sector banks, for comparable valuations, I think ICICI probably is a notch higher than Axis Bank.
All right. Amit Wadra from Delhi has sent a query on Ashok Leyland. Let's find out what exactly is worrying him about his investment.
Hi, I wish to buy Ashok Leyland for long term. Is it the right time to buy this stock?
Well, Ashok Leyland, I think, will do well for the next couple of years, because the commercial vehicle cycle has been very cramped for the last 2 or 3 years. And the first signs are visible that maybe an upcycle is coming in the commercial vehicles and in the buses segment. These are the 2 segments which actually drive Ashok Leyland. Valuations are reasonable. I think 2023, 2024 we'll see almost certainly some kind of an upcycle in CVs, because generally the economy is picking up and these are pure economy plays. So I think Ashok Leyland has a good chance of going back at least to the highs of 2018. I think it was rupees 165 where it was trading at in 2018 before the real down cycle happened. So from the current levels, I think Ashok Leyland will go back to those kind of levels at least. But for a more patient investor, maybe in the next couple of years will also be good. I don't think of Ashok Leyland as a really long-term play. I think there are up cycles and down cycles. And you've got to play the cycles with commercial vehicle players. So I think for the next couple of years at least, Ashok Leyland looks like a reasonably good medium-term play.